All right, we're going to talk about the 5 steps to becoming a 6-figure earning insurance agent in as quick a time as possible. If you're thinking about selling insurance or already selling insurance and want to up your game when it comes to making the most money you can, then you have found the right video, and let's jump right in. So the number one most important thing that you need to be doing is focusing your effort on one solitary product from the beginning. If you talk to successful people in all walks of life when it comes to business or sports or any performance-driven activity, what you will find are similarities between all of them. And one of the biggest similarities is their importance that they place on focus. Focus is everything in your life as a performer, and being an insurance salesperson is being a performer. It's the definition of it. And what you realize quickly getting into this business is there is a lot of opportunity. You could sell final expense, you could sell Medicare, you could sell mortgage protection, the list goes on. But if you try to do everything all at once, the overwhelm factor is so big that you likely won't be effective and you won't get the intended results that you could get. So what's the solution? Simply put, just focus on one product from the beginning. A focused effort on one thing only gives you opportunity to get the most out of your effort when it comes to learning the products, when it comes to learning the prospecting system, when it comes to learning the sales process. Now, over time, things may change. You may decide to add more products, but you need to focus your efforts on one thing because only so much you can remember or focus on one thing. And the more you disseminate that focus, the less results you're going to get. Number 2 on the list here is activity is king. Ladies and gentlemen, bottom line in the insurance business, it's about 3 things, and that's seeing the people, and seeing the people. It doesn't matter how good you are as a salesperson. If you cannot get in front of prospects that express an interest to buy, it's all for naught. So do not get into this business without a blueprint to generate prospects, whether that's your friends and family approach or cold calling or buying leads like what we do at DeFord Insurance Group. Bottom line, you need a system to get you in front of prospects that consistently executes and delivers. Without that, without activity, you are going to fail the insurance business before you even start. Now, number 3 on the list here is don't cheap out on leads. Very much related to the second point. What a lot of agents do, especially in our segment that the Ford Insurance Group is involved in, which is final expense, Medicare, annuities, and ACA, is they require on some level to invest in a lead or prospecting system. And because agents bring along what A.L. Williams called stinking thinking, and think that they can cheap out on the investment requirement for leads in order to save money, what ends up happening the vast majority of the time is these agents fail prematurely. Had they had some fresh leads, maybe the outcome could have been much better. So where am I going with this? Well, if you get involved with a business that requires you to invest in leads or that provides you leads, please make sure that you're working what's called fresh and exclusive leads. Now, what does that mean? That means leads that are just created, where the person just raised their hand and expressed interest, and they need to be exclusive to you, never resold, never shared to another agent. I assure you, nothing is more frustrating than calling a lead or calling on a prospect who's already been called on a number of times, and you're 3, 4, 5 agents deep. It's a very frustrating experience. Now, number 4 on the list here is avoid the MLM market and work with an experienced pro. Ladies and gentlemen, another very important reality of this business is the vast majority of agencies out there, they're recruiting you. You've seen them on ZipRecruiter. You've seen them on the job boards. They tell you how great their agency is, and everything seems pretty cool. The bottom line is that these agencies likely are multi-level marketing driven. Now, what does that mean? What that means is they're more concerned about recruiting you and teaching you to recruit and then therefore build a downline from you and then replicating that process, as opposed to learning the skills that pay the bills. The skills being how to sell insurance, how to close an insurance prospect, how to deal with objections, how to get in the door. And when you don't have the skills to pay the bills, you don't have a business. And that's why 90% plus of insurance agents fail out of this business, in part because they get involved in one of these MLM pyramid schemes and end up feeling like, hey, what I was promised wasn't delivered on. So how do you avoid that? Guys, well, the greatest thing about the market right now for joining and agencies. You can do your due diligence. Check out YouTube, check out my channel, do research on Google, look at the agency in question that you're thinking of joining, ask for references from that agency owner to validate their claims that the money-making potential is huge. And if it smells like a rat, it probably is a rat. I mean, if they're talking about recruiting people ad nauseum, it's likely going to focus on that element versus developing and honing you as a professional agent to earning and selling as much as humanly possible. Last on the list here, definitely goes back to number one, but is bears worth repeating. Put blinders on and stay consistent. Again, I think the difficulty truly is, even if you get everything right in this business, you find a great agency to join, you find a great lead system, you got a great mentor and sales training system, and you got great leads. The real difficulty, the secret sauce, if you will, to long-term success in this business is making sure that you can execute on your simple strategy, because it is very simple at the end of the day. But where it's difficult, most challenging, is on a consistent basis. Look, we all have ups and downs in this business. We have all have ups and downs in life. Selling insurance is no different. Sometimes you're the pigeon, sometimes you're the statue. But the key thing is execution, not over day to day, but from month to month, year to year, is how you progressively improve yourself, how you progressively improve your income, and after much time has passed, basically work your way into the top 10, 5, even 1% by going back to fundamentals and executing your strategy day in, day out, year over year. So that's my 5 steps to help you become a 6-figure earning agent as quickly as possible. Again, these are simple steps, but the execution, like we just mentioned, is what's most complicated about them. I invite you to look at davidduford.com, which is my website. I do recruit agents nationally to sell final expense Medicare annuities and ACA health insurance. Go to davidduford.com/FAQ to learn more about joining my agency, and thanks for watching.